Uh, 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 where am I? What's going on? Oh, that's right. Welcome to season 43 of Monumental Victory. As always, Rock here. Hey, everybody! Welcome to a new map. Today we are starting a map that has been requested and a map I actually didn't know was released. Super Hostile Dalania by Vex. So this was released, I believe, at the end of December. So it's been a couple months since, or it was either the near and the end of December or the beginning of January. It's been at least a couple, or I believe it's been just shy of a couple months of being released. And I didn't know about this map, so I was pleased to see that it was a thing. So let me pause this because I don't want the time to progress because I tried to record this intro once and I had a bunch of problems. So let's start off with, as you can see, there's a lot of UI elements and items and stuff like that that it's not vanilla Minecraft. So there, this map is intended to be used with the Super Hostile mod pack. It's a custom forge mod pack with a bunch of mods intended to create a unique experience, something leaning more towards an RPG experience. It is said that you aren't required to actually have to use the mods in order to play this. You can play this through a pure vanilla experience. However, I'm interested to see the intended experience using the mod pack, so that is what we're doing. I'll do my best to link to the appropriate things that you would need if you are interested in playing this in a modded fashion. I believe in general you can get the Forge app and then look up Super Hostile, and you should be able to find the Super Hostile app or Super Hostile mod pack. But I will do my best to try to link in the description, and if I don't, just give me shit and I'll I'll fix the description to include that information. But this is this initial playthrough that I will be doing, not necessarily what you'll be doing, but what I'll be doing is a modded playthrough. The gist of this map, because it has some implications that are different from a traditional, not just a super hostile, but traditional CTM. Traditional CTMs have a victory monument. This map, the player is considered the monument, so you get bonuses and upgrades based off of how many wolves that you've gotten. It is a large-scale open-world map. I want to say it's akin to Lethamyr, but larger. I don't know much about the world itself. It has 16 large-scale dungeons, and if I remember correctly from the spoiler, or not spoiler, but like a hype video, it's got 25 smaller dungeons. It's got a lot to it, and it's got classes. It's got an upgrade system if you're using the mod pack. The gist of what I've gathered from this, and I'm not sure if I'm 100% right. I think this is something I'll have to figure out as we're playing and kind of get a better judgment of it. But it almost seems like an attempt to move Super Hostile Online into a CTM map. So we'll see if that's going to be the case. But there's a lot of custom loot tables, custom items, and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting. As you can see with the UI here on the screen, we have the heart bar system is different, and there's a little tutorial that we're going to actually walk through ourselves, just to give you an idea of whether you are interested in playing through it with the mods or without them. There's also a temperature and thirst system that I'm not 100% sure on how that works yet. I had watched an intro video describing the mod pack, but didn't really go too in depth on it. I wanted to keep some element of mystery and stuff like that, and as far as I understand, the map kind of describes how these systems work, so I didn't want to go into too much detail, but I did remember one aspect of it is that at the onset of this map, you're given a backpack, and you can use that backpack as an extra source of inventory, just to store a bunch of stuff that you might need. So let's continue on. You are the Victory Monument. You can pause at any point to read this. I'm not going to read this. Play the role of adventurer starting the campaign on the continent of Dalania. Play this map in vanilla Minecraft, but is designed to be played with a super awesome mod pack. Like I said, goal of the map is to find 16 places of power, which is the wolves. In older maps, you brought wool to the Victory Monument, but now you are the Victory Monument. Remember to treat yourself as such, you matter. Class hats. Map features 5 classes, like I said. To pick a class, hold a wooden weapon tool in your offhand slot at dawn or dusk. The more wool you get, the more powerful class hats you get. Class hat selection: wooden sword, a fighter; wooden axe, a barbarian; wooden pickaxe, a paladin; wooden shovel, a cleric; and wooden hoe, a ranger. Like I had mentioned, there are classes within this, which I think is kind of directly to associate with Super Hostile Online, which I'm not sure is still a thing, but I think it is. I think it would probably be more interesting to have class selection areas versus having to be dependent on items, but that's just my opinion. You are the Victory Monument. Use at least easy, never peaceful. Actually, don't know what difficulty I'm on. You may leave the map boundaries and go into generate terrain. Survive in any way you think of. Don't exploit command blocks. Currency. The people of Dalania use gold as currency. G for gold nuggets. G for gold ingots. GG for gold blocks. I don't remember if this was a super hostile thing, which I think it was, but it's very reminiscent of Monumental. Traders are very shy and make extensive use of vending machines. Okay, did you know in the folder of the world file there's a map called bonus material? There's a really cool map of Dalania that I worked hard on. Also a spoiler map if you are stuck. Ooh, okay. Tutorial area. When starting this map, you'll be taken to a tutorial area. Get your bearings there before you continue. Figure out how to get a class hat. Get used to the hat, and if using the Super Awesome mod pack, learn about it too. Okay, good luck. That thing about you being the Victory Monument, I'm sure. Okay, cool. Oh, nope. Ooh, that's actually a cool mod. I didn't know I had that one. So yeah. We do have some initial interesting mods. I did equip the backpack already. I don't know what that does. Not familiar with that. Put the food in the right place. Problems check. FAQ. Enter the world. Need server click. No. Okay. Old Man's Fort, the Southern Lance. Okay. So there is definitely a lot of mods that are associated with this map. The mod folder, I don't remember exactly how many there was, but there was quite a few mods. Treatise of the Principles of Ruling. Bestiary. Ooh, let's look at the bestiary real quick. Oh. A small tattered note clings to the bindings of the bestiary. It reads, "This manuscript is meant to be a guide to those who like to inform themselves on the greatest wonders of the supernatural realm. Dun dun dun. We'll cover some of the basics designing tools, armor, weapons, and tracking, hunting, learning mysterious creatures. Blah, blah, blah. An ore with mystical properties. Silver ore can be found in the same layer. Gold can be found. Okay, this looks like a modded new item. And I assume you're probably only going to get this book if you're playing the modded version of the game. It can be smelted into the ingots, which are made of a variety of items. Makes sense. Silver weaponry does extra damage to the undead due to the magical properties. Second magical ore associated with supernatural creatures is sapphire ore. Okay. I feel a lot of this episode is going to be kind of walking through what's going on, So I apologize if that's not the most interesting, but that's kind of gotta be done. And the snow, it's found randomly in the snowy biomes, and drops can be traded with snow villagers. Nuggets of either gold or silver can be stored in placeable piles like so. Okay. The only way to obtain more information about the magical world is to research other writers' book or works. This can be done by crafting a lectern. Okay, this is different than the uh, one of the latest versions at lecterns. Once a lectern has been placed, it can be interacted with by right-clicking on it. The inside will have 3 slots. The leftmost is an input bestiary. The bottom is a manuscript, and the rightmost is the output bestiary. For every manuscript, a new index will appear in the bestiary. These new pages can be okay. So that's how to create a bestiary. Not too worried about that. Oh. Well, apparently they're 2 different breads. What's the difference? What's this? Oh. Oh, this looks like a mod thing. Research station, engineer station. I'm not too interested in that unless I need to be. Ooh, what's it? An empty antique atlas. Ooh, this is a map thing. Oh, yes. I remember seeing that in the video. I think we can. There we go. As long as we have it on our hotbar, we have a map that we can use to explore the world. Perfect. What's this? Click. Press T to. Hi there! Scattered all over Dalania, there are these bookshelves attached to command blocks. That is a tell raw command, whispers, blah 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 blah. The books are used throughout the map to reveal narrative information without clogging your inventory up with books. Well, thank you. That's that looks like another one. That's nice of you. You find a warning note stuck next to the door. If you're reading this, then you are one in a long line of people washed up in the shore here. You're in the island off the southern coast of Dalania. I'm a retired adventurer. I guess you just call me old man, because we're in old man's fort, old man's something. Every year I try to swing by and maintain the place. I don't know enough about ocean currents to tell you why. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Narrative is important, but it won't be in this LP. I'm not gonna try to get too much into the narrative. The meditation station. Note reads: normally when you meditate on your inner power, it must be done at the mystical times of dawn or dusk, while you are holding a wooden focus for your energies. This spot is magically enhanced to let you meditate at any time, but you still need your wooden focus held in your offhand. Ah, that's what we read in here, right? Based off of what wooden item we can change into a different class. We have a plethora of different items. I wish one of the things I wish that would say on here is the wooden focus on these. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, so there we have sword, pick, shovel, axe. It's the 4, right? I thought there was a 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are we missing? We don't have a pickaxe. Oh, we do have a pickaxe. Okay. So the question becomes, what focus do we want to go? Dun, dun, dun. Fighter, barbarian, paladin, cleric, or ranger. Fighter and barbarian, I assume, and maybe paladin, I assume to be more melee centric. Cleric, if I recall from the video, it was regenerative. And ranger, or the hoe/ranger was, I don't remember. I kind of play more aggressive, but I could definitely see cleric being an interesting option. I'm kind of in the mix of either a fighter or a barbarian. That's probably what I would most likely play in a D&D campaign or an RPG kind of game. Let's go with a fighter. Fighter was the sword? Yeah, let's do that. I think we have to hold this, we have to meditate. Did it do anything? Oh, put it in our offhand. Okay. You meditate on your focus and realize the power of an adventuring class. Okay, do I have to keep that in my offhand, or can I take it out? Okay, I don't remember what... Oh, we get haste. Is it a permanent haste buff? Ooh, that's actually pretty good, because... Oh, and this sword gives us reach. Okay. The nice thing about haste is that it's going to increase our attack speed, so we can, depending on the level of haste, we might be able to get to the point of spam clicking, because from what I understand, the more wolves we have, I believe the higher level we are considered, and the more we can probably have a higher haste level, and then we can kind of just spam click instead of... oh, here we go. Curse of Binding, Curse of Vanishing. I'm guessing we're going to have to reattune every time we die, which is kind of sucky, but while on your head, we get 20 max health. Okay, that should put us at 30 hearts, which it looks like down here. And plus 30% attack damage. Ooh, it's attack damage buff and haste. Ooh. Oh, the one thing I forgot. There we go. I saw this tutorial and completely forgot to talk about it. Welcome to the first aid mod. This tutorial will guide you through this mod and explain the different mechanics. As you may already have noticed, the vanilla health bar is gone. It's a bit of a modified health bar, but it's still there. It's been replaced by this system. Every part of your body has its own health, so if you fall from a high place, one of your feet will be damaged. This may cause some debuffs to apply, like slowness for damaging feet, mining fatigue for damaging arms, and so on. These effects may be bypassed by taking morphine or healing the wound. Wounds can be healed by applying bandages or plaster. Right-click the item. If you sleep in a bed, your body will automatically regenerate. Okay, beds seem like they're going to be super useful with this mod pack in place. Oh, wait, a little bit. Okay. Player can die if a critical organ's health, head, or body drop to 0. That's never good. In this case, the player would be dead no matter how much health the other organs have. If you want to see your current health and active healers, just press H to open the interface with your health. This is the end of the tutorial. Well, hell. But I do see that those health bonuses do apply to the other body parts as well. I don't know why our body has some missing health. Maybe it's a hunger thing. Yeah, it looks like a hunger. Okay. Well, interesting. There's definitely going to be Old Man's Fort. Definitely going to be a lot to learn about with this mod pack, and we'll have to learn learn all the things. I think this initial episode is unfortunately going to be a tutorial episode of figuring out all the initial things, and then next episode will be a real episode of exploring and adventuring. If you're in a traditional mindset, you'll have to stick with leather armor here. If you're living life on the fullest, which I assume is a mod pack, you could probably rig up some wood or rock armor and leave leather for making other stuff. Hey, at least those are a traditional mindset. Use less energy and seem to not have to deal with the hydration, right? Or freezing or overheating to death, so that's something. Oh boy. Those living on the edge of the adventure, which I assume again is the mod pack, Know when to improvise. Why make meat out of raw chicken when you could pluck it clean for feathers? Or press thin plates of wood into paper. Well, think outside the vanilla box. You truly can. Oh boy. Do I have feather? Oh, that's death. Feather? Oh, I see. I can turn a raw chicken into 4 feather. Okay. Let's look up stone. Stone armor. I don't think that's what I was referring to. Wooden. Let's look at armor. Oh boy, look at these custom items. Leather tunic. Earth magic. There's a lot of custom items here. Oh boy! I've done mod packs in the past, and they've always been hyper confusing. Oh, oak boots. Okay, dark oak boots, acacia boots. Okay, so there are birch helmet 7. Okay, so well, it looks like we can use logs. Oh, and there's stone. Logs and stone to make armor. Oh, okay. What's the difference? It doesn't really tell us anything about the armor values and such on them. We just get plus to locational armor, whatever that means. Interesting. Okay, okay. So we do have some armors. Let's... Can I make an andesite armor? There is some coal, coal in there. Okay. Okay, so let's also then make an oak armor. Let's take a look at the difference. Ooh, that's gross. Does it matter? Is it going to be randomly generated stats? Oh, it is randomly generated stats. Okay. That's 1 armor toughness. It's 1... Let's make 1 more set. Interesting. We can get some good stats on these. A little bit of less speed, more armor. Okay. 1 more. It's like gambling. Just 1 more, man. 1 more. Okay. We can't replace our helmet without losing all... Oh, it's cursive binding anyways. Oh, so I was just, making a bunch of helmets that we didn't need. No biggie. No biggie. What about chestplate? We're experimenting here. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's put that on. And we'll make 1 more set. I think this is going to be one of those things where you kind of have to... You have to, experiment around a little bit. No, definitely not. Did we just make another? Yeah. Oh, definitely not. Oh, burn it. Burn it with fire. Can I turn this back into... No. Is it you? Nope, nope. Let's control you? No. Can I do anything with that armor once it's, Okay, it doesn't look like I can turn it back into... Can enchant it with the anvil. Okay, it doesn't look like I can turn it back. Ooh, wait, what was that? Oh, no. Doesn't look like I can turn it back into useful components. Okay, well, shame. You will despawn. Okay, so it looks like the stats of these things are going to be random. So we are just going to make 2 pairs of each. Find the best one. And go from there. I mean, we probably could spend a bunch more resources on it. But I'm not going to waste the time right now. Pass. It's even better. Okay, well, apparently the wood armor is definitely much better than the andesite armor, to say the least. Get out of my inventory. Get out! Okay, so we've gone ahead and explored the basics of this crafting here. What we got in here? Hint, check the folder, most material, blah, blah, blah. The world is big. Buy horse spawn eggs in most towns. Use a horse to dramatically reduce travel time. It's probably a good idea. It says, ooh, I'm going to take some food and some leather. Don't need that. Actually, probably don't need a lot of these, though I will take a couple tools just as extras. We definitely don't need that. Probably don't need that. I don't know what these are. Water bottles are nice. I believe this is a thirst mechanic that, if I recall, is talked about down here. Water boiler. He who drinks dirty water, squat in bush. Purified water bottles. Oh boy. Okay. So we're going to have to waste a bit of our inventory space for these. But it does fill up that. Okay, so it's a furnace that requires charcoal and water bottles. So let me guess. You to here. You will cook the water bottle. And then give me a purified water bottle. I see. Okay, well, that's going to be an interesting endeavor. And if I recall from the video, it definitely talked about taking advantage of the backpack for this exact situation. So if I press B, I will have my backpack where I'm going to be able to store a ton of things that are not in my inventory. And if I hold Shift B, nope. Control B?
Narrator.
Nope.
Narrates all.
Nope, don't want the narrator.
Narrator. Narrates chat.
No.
Narrator. Narrates system.
No.
Narrator. Off.
Thank you. There we go. Shift B will put down the backpack. I can right click it. And then if I hit Shift and attack it, it will re-equip it. There we go. Fantastic. I don't know how to make a backpack. It might be in our best interest to make some more. We will see. I'm going to take this bread. Can I? Yeah, there we go. Yes. And I'm going to take a stack of logs. I assume sand is going to be useful for something, but I'm not going to worry about it too much yet. So this looks like appears to be for like multiplayer in order to each have your own kind of little set of goodies. I'll set my bed there. Okay. We're getting an idea of things here. Okay. Where are you going to lead me? Oh boy. The Kingdom of Dalan. They're paranoid and slightly xenophobic. Oh, that's a shame. But we live in a world with giant monsters who so who can blame them? I was annoyed how they claim the title of true Dalanians, but everyone from the continents are technically Dalanian. Maybe no one else seems to care, so I guess I'm being a pedant. Dalan Island is well protected, although moving on from their area will require using a boat. The draconic Adam Mountains near the headlands of the Adam. Oh, there's so much text. Hired a mage to make some one-way teleporters. Even have to grant some. You'll eat your money if you have less than required amount. Caveat emptor, as they say. Okay, so it looks like this is some teleporters out to the various areas. Again, gold nuggets, more gold ingots, gold block. So these look to be one-way teleporters, and I guess these are descriptions of the area. Okay, I'm not worried about that. 5 gold ingots, 4 gold ingots, 3 gold ingots. Right? Yeah. Okay. So it looks like a teleporter room out to the various regions of the map. Interesting, interesting. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to actually take advantage of those, or we're going to actually manually kind of take that. And that. We might just manually run out to where we need to be. Caw. Hastily Skymaster taking on the path of this old fort goes up to the mountain. There's some ruins up there, and a long time ago there was a place of power there. Yeah, wool. Guessing the white wool. Not anymore. The ley line shifted and it's gone. Old fleecy box is still there, and I bet you could still get a lot of venturing experience by finding it. Be warned, nighttime is really dangerous. Be very careful when the sun sets. So if I remember correctly, let's see, B opens the inventory. H opens our health stuff. There was another key. Oh, no, it wasn't a key. It was in here. So these are the skills. As far as I am aware, you can spend XP in order to upgrade some of these skills. So like I can spend, that's 2 levels, because some of these abilities have certain skill point requirements on it. So, for example, this diffuse ability requires 10 points. And what it does is landing a blow on a creeper just after it starts igniting will neutralize it for a few seconds. Pretty good. Battle Spirit. Healing a monster will give you a short strength buff. And as you can see, this one requires 6 skill points. This one requires 10, which is this number right here. So we'll have to look around in this and play around with it to figure out what's going to be the best for our playstyle. But for the moment, I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back, and I think I've realized a slight mistake that I was referring to because I wasn't fully in the know, but I think I have a better idea now. So, for example, drop guarantee has this gathering 20, attack 8. So by the looks of it, that's actually what it requires for these skill levels. So gathering of 20, an attack of 8, in order to have the opportunity to unlock that skill, which may require 8 skill points to unlock it. So for example, we have 10 levels. We should be able to use 2. Oh, we use only 1. Interesting. Oh, no, it increases. Okay. Oh, I see. 2 skill. Oh, we had 2. Interesting. We're gonna have to figure this out. But I see what it requires now. It's gonna require a little bit of different than what I was initially talking about, but I think overall, as long as we can, we could probably realistically set up an XP farm and just grind out all the levels super easy. We'll have to look into it. That might be kind of on our primary radar of what to do is just setting up an XP farm, and we could just grind out everything and go from there. But we'll see. We'll see. But we've been going for about 34 minutes or so at this point. We've gotten the basics of how things work. So, yeah. I still gotta figure out what the canteen and the charcoal filter is for. I wonder if I can put water into this. I'm just gonna take a quick detour to look into that. I assume. Oh, I can. Okay, put water into it. I don't need water, so I don't need to drink it. Okay, well, anyways. So this first episode is more of a explorative intro episode, just to get a. Can I M? No. There we go. An explorative episode. Can I? Oh, I can set markers. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so this episode has been more of an exploratory episode, getting used to the mods, getting an idea of what the map's about, getting our initial setup complete, and we'll have to go from there. So that is going to do it today, everyone, for this episode. Oh, I look ridiculous. That's going to do it, everyone, for today, everyone, for this episode of Super Hostile Dalania in the Monumental Victory series. Thanks for joining, as always. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's custom animations and stuff. Woo! Thanks for joining, as always, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye!